All right, this video is going to be, heart-to-heart conversation. Okay, I'm going to speak from my heart to you guys, and I don't know if it'll come out properly or not, but in this video, I will share with you my fears, my insecurities, and just what was troubling me today so badly that I was just lying on the bed, and bed means on the floor, which I like. I was just looking up and thinking, you have these moments in your life where sometimes you just lie down and you're looking up at the ceiling and just thinking about life. So this is one of those moments. And most probably I might put this in my nothing series, because it is something that I'm thinking from the heart, and I want to share it with you. Okay. Given that I'm a coach, and people come to me for solutions and answers, and they pay me money as a consultant, mentor, and all that, so people believe he has all the answers. He can guide me. Yes, most of the things I do have answers. But I'm a human being, man. There are things I don't know. There are things which I'm afraid of, which I have fear, which I have insecurities. And I can't share them with anyone. I have to keep it locked inside. I mean, I can tell my wife, but through my experience of 5 years of being with my wife, I know it's pointless. She can't do anything. I don't have family. My mother, father, brother, sister, can't share with them. Friends, if I share, what they'll do? Okay. And they'll give me a solution, or, pat me like, oh, don't worry, Loy, there's a... So I just talk to myself, and maybe if I was religious and I believed in a God, I would tell God, please, and pray, and what do you? It's like talking to a psychiatrist. You feel light, but there's no solution. So what is it that is bothering me so much that today I want to share with you on this video? It's about getting old. And I'm not just talking age as a number, like, 47 years old, or even if you're 50, agreed. I mean, when I think about it, I'm like, fucking hell, man. I'm 47, going to be 50. I mean, just think about it. Like, when you're in your 20s, you're invincible. You have a massive, amazing body, looks, physique, and you think you're going to achieve the sun, moon, and stars, and life is, endless, and it's the beginning of your life. Then you come to your 30s, and then you still believe, invincible, and will be a CEO and millions of dollars. And then that pivotal time, that change that comes 40s, and you get married, and you're just, starting a new phase. But then slowly, as responsibilities come one by one, as your body starts aging, you start getting aches and pains from different areas, and you realize physically I'm no longer what I used to be. Yeah, I can say that I'm at my peak, but your body has changed, your mind has changed. And remember, you can't be at the peak forever. You'll be there, and then the decline starts. And for me, I'll be very soon in the 50s. And it's so funny. 60s used to be grandpa, and I'm going to be in my 60s very soon. And if you say, no, man, you still have time. Guess what? I came to Thailand almost 6 or 7 years ago. I can't believe 7 years have passed. I can't believe. Can you believe 7 years have passed? In fact, can you believe COVID came and went? Can you believe how long was COVID? What was before COVID? What happened during COVID? After? How fast did it go? In fact, let me ask you, do you know how fast your college, your childhood went, how fast your college days went. Look at your age now. Can you recollect where did all that time go? Time is passing by like crazy, man. It's like before you know it, you're like, bloody hell, man. I'm X years old. In fact, this is 2024. We're finishing the second month. Crazy, right? So, as I was lying down and thinking, I just asked myself, see, I have a Indian passport. If tomorrow Thailand tells me, get out, example, I have to go back to the country of origin, which issued my passport. And here's the ironical thing, or the tragedy. Even though I have an Indian passport, I was, as long as I can remember, in Dubai. So I hardly knew anything of India. I visited India many times here and there. I stayed in India during the Gulf War. It was there 8 months. Stayed in a couple of places. Fine. That is all I know about India. I was there when, my suicide video, you've seen it. So, means attempted suicide, whatever. And yes, I've been to India a couple of times. But it's not that India is a horrible place. But given my personality, given my career choices, given my lifestyle, given the individual that I am, I don't want to stay in India. Half the things which I put on my channel, if I were to say it in India, some bloody person will put an FIR or somebody will come and assault me, or because I'm, as per them, hurting their sentiments, political opinions or religious opinions. India, they say freedom of speech. It's not freedom. You have all these bullshit laws. And understand this much also. See, people always say, hey man, stop giving excuses, migrate. See, even if you migrate to the West, it's not going to be easy, man. In fact, do you know the cost of living in these Western cities is so bloody high? When a person migrates to that place as an immigrant and wants to stay there, okay? So after they go there, what happens? For the next 5 years, okay, they are struggling with some job or another. They have to take up some job. They have to, and what are the jobs they'll give an immigrant? What are the jobs? They'll give security guard, cleaner, flip burgers in McDonald's. I'm not saying that is a matter of shame, but do you seriously, with your experience, wealth of experience, your expertise, your education, which was valued back home, do you want to start flipping burgers? And if you're in your 40s, when are you going to climb the corporate ladder? And then if you are like me, a person who is creative and wants to put out his own content, wants to be his own brand, his own boss, you think I can survive there? No, I'll have to focus on, at least because of the cost of living, at least some way to get guaranteed income. See, here in Thailand, because of a simple life, because of the cost of living is low, if I get one customer, I can manage 1 month or 2 weeks. I can manage. But imagine if same amount I would get in Canada or USA, I think I'd last only 1 day, 2 days. Then I have to get another client. And it's taxable, very highly taxed. Then you'll say, hey, then why don't you go back to India? Boss, you think India is cheap? Do you seriously think it is so goddamn easy? Why do you think in a population of 1.4 billion people, why are so many Indians, ask any Indian, if he had the opportunity to migrate, he would run. It's not because India is a bad place. It's overly popular. It's so bloody. Just go to the YouTube, go somewhere, just type train rush in Mumbai. The way people are pushing each other to get onto a train, There is no place to stand. Even if you're in the ladies' compartment, it is like you will die. It's like they will push you. I can't imagine taking my wife and my kid and trying to board a train in Mumbai. Bloody hell, my kid might get separated, my wife might get separated, I can get thrown out of the train. I remember going in the ladies' compartment when I was in 8th standard. I think I was 14 years old or something. I had to struggle. Yes, it makes you tough. Yes, survival of the fittest. But be it a bus, be it a car, be it a taxi, be it a rickshaw, even walking on the streets, bloody hell. You can't walk anywhere without bumping into hundreds of people, and the smoke, the smog, the busy lifestyle, it is crazy, man. See, India is not a bad place, but it is not easy, man. When people tell me how much they are paying in taxes and how much they're earning and how expensive it is, I truly empathize with them. I'm like, I don't know how you survive here. Anyway, this video is not about bad-mouthing India, but what I'm trying to tell you is the options that I have for me. Now, I can't go back to India, okay? And even if I go back, nobody is there. And if you go back when you're old or you don't have money, nobody will bother. Then I was thinking, okay, getting old, I don't know if my daughter will ever take care of me. There's no guarantee for that. My wife, though, she can hardly manage to take care of herself. Okay, she'll be with her family. I don't have a family. So the first thing was, I was thinking, old age, where will I go? What will I do? The first fear. The second fear is health. You know, most of us never consider this. We don't even think about it. Why? It's like air we breathe. You and I are breathing air right now, no? Do we even think about it? But ask someone who has asthma, who can't breathe. Ask someone who is in a extremely polluted city, how it is affecting their health. Ask someone who is having lung cancer, for them the breath of air means so much. Ask someone who has diabetes or blood pressure or cholesterol or has to make regular trips to the hospital or buy expensive medicine. You may not know the value of health, but for these people, they understand, like, very simple. If you never had back pain, lower back pain, you would not know how terrible it is, man. Because of my powerlifting days, my lower back, my knees, oh man, they were killing. Just imagine, I wake up in the morning, okay, just imagine. I get up in the morning and I'm struggling for the first few minutes to get out of bed. This is before. Like, I just woke up and then it's like slight twitch. Okay, the back is paining. And then if I have to move, I have to gingerly take my leg, carefully put it at the side, drop my legs down, and slowly from the side push myself up. And then like breathe heavy. That getting up itself was an effort. And then slowly get up, and it's like you're walking like an old man because it's paining you. The nerves, the knees. You'll not know this if you're young. But as you get older, the wear and tear on the joints, it's terrible, man. See, I have nearly brushed death. Okay, one was by playing around with insulin. One was, okay, forget the suicide bit. I had that operation, bariatric surgery. Okay, and then I was bleeding whenever I used to go to the toilet. Like, literally, like, as if someone opened the tap. Really a mug full of blood. I used to pass through my stool, mug full. Just imagine. I used to be pale white. Literally pale white. And then, I could hardly climb a few stairs, man. And this is not when I was old. This is when I was in my 30s. Imagine life was like that. I know for a fact that as I'm going to grow old, I know for a fact I would die before I reach my prime, which I'm perfectly fine. I'm actually looking forward to death. I don't want to live 90 and all that bullshit. Some people like to live long. I don't want to live long. I want to live a quality life. But I don't want to live a life where I have a diseased body. It's not worth that. It's not worth living like half blind. My wife's grandmother, she lived until she was 94. She couldn't see both the eyes. She couldn't hear. She was nothing but skin and a skeleton system. She was that thin. She would poop and piss in where she was, and she had to be fed like watery kind of food. Like, you know, what's the use of living like that? Yeah. And she couldn't even stand straight. She was hunched to the point like you're touching her knees and walking. So health is another thing you have to think about here. I mean, during COVID, I saw some people, my clients shared, people they knew died, their relatives, mother, father. One guy, he didn't get COVID, but he died due to cancer, 30-year-old, hardly young chap. So life, you can even get, like some people say, accident anytime. Snake bite that happened in Thailand. My wife's, how many relatives met with accidents or died? In fact, where I stay, you know, here where I stay, what? 9 people in this area where people I know. Now, I'm not trying to depress you, man. But these are the things you have to think of. And I'll tell you, I'm not afraid of death. Death comes, go ahead, finish. But I keep thinking, who will take care of the baby? Who will take care of the wife? Because you love them, no? If I was alone, okay, nobody cares. Nobody bothers. But when you have a responsibility, you think, no, who will take care here? Who will be there for that child, that woman? And then finally, you know, I was thinking in terms of my career and see, yes, I am my own boss, 100%. I don't want to take shit from anyone, 100%. But, you know, unlike an employee who gets a guaranteed salary every month, I have to generate, right? I don't know when the next customer will come. Maybe today I have a customer. Next one, I don't know when, where, how. I don't know what amount. I don't know how long I have to wait. That also I have to think, no? And maybe I'm relevant today. What about tomorrow? How many coaches, self-improvement gurus, people we used to admire and follow, from Tony Robbins to Les Brown to Jim Rohn, where once upon a time people used to flock in stadiums, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. Tony Robbins is still around, but he is declining. We know for a fact. So what if tomorrow you're no longer relevant? I mean, celebrities go through that. People get bored of their content. People get bored of their personality. How many film stars, singers, you know, famous people? Once upon a time, you're worshipped. And then one day, nobody gives a damn. You can be a boxer, cricketer. You have a lifespan, right? A shelf life. So it's not that I'm not aware of all this. Forget that. You can run a business, but then you do not know whether it will last or not. How many people open here in Samui? Man, the number of people who open up businesses and shut down, it's crazy. I've never seen more faster turnaround than where I stay here. People open massage parlors and means the legit ones. Then they open coffee shops and restaurants, and some even open furniture shops, trading shops, and then shuts down. And that shuts down, you lose $10,000, $20,000, just outright loss, and then you have to pay other people, and maybe you lose 20, 30,000 US dollars, which is not chump change, man. You know how difficult it is for some people to make $30,000. And then, yes, as you become older, your options get limited. The risks you can take get lesser and lesser. See, you might feel, oh, this is him having his midlife crisis. And this is a reality, man. And if you have not thought about it, hi, doggy. How are you? Looks ferocious, but he's nice. See, I speak to so many clients. Some say, I don't have to worry about this, don't have to think about it. Hey, doggy. See, this guy wants to say hi. Yeah. What happened? Yeah. You want to be pet. Okay? Oh. Don't lick. I don't want to be surrounded with yourself. Okay, bye, doggy. See, I speak to a lot of people and they say, Loy, age is but a number. I don't feel it. I still feel young. The best of me is yet to come. I'm yet to peak. Yeah, you can say all those things and bullshit yourself and bullshit others and feel good about it. But age is not just a number. That is why when you're 20s, in your 20s, your body responds differently. In your 40s, differently. That's why when you put an application, after a certain point in your life, your age does prove to be a problem. Who are you fooling? Age is just a number. Age is not just a number. If age was just a number, then we can use it in all areas, no? Age is a number. I think it's one of those moments in my life where, I sit and it's not me being vulnerable, but okay, maybe you can say, yeah, it's being vulnerable, but it's more about asking yourself questions for which you do not have answers to. Neither me nor you know the future. Like, I was talking to my friend and client. He was telling me about his investments. You invest $10,000 in this stocks and shares and bonds market and this and that, and it will double. You can get $20,000. And if I knew that, I would keep investing. It will 100x it'll be just 2x, which nobody else can give you. Full 100% increase. Yeah, because everyone wants security, a future. Why do you think people are building their house and investing and all these other things? See, end of the day, now I'll tell you, you, me, anybody, nobody knows the future. Nobody. We can plan for it as much as we want. We can take enough and more preventive measures. We can give it our best. Now, I'm not trying to tell you that live each day to the fullest, enjoy life, don't bother about the future. No. What if you live long and you don't have the means to pay your bills? It's going to be a terrible life, right? So you do not know when you live, when you'll die. That's a fact. Okay? That is one thing. You don't know when you live, when you'll die. So the second thing is, you need to enjoy every moment, but you need to be mindful about the tomorrow that is coming. Okay? And when the tomorrow does come, which it will come, then you need to sort out your bills, pay your expenses, and be smart about it. Otherwise, you're not going to survive and sustain. So just be careful about this reality. Because if you're not, I'll tell you, you're going to be in serious problems. So coming to the conclusion. So how do I conclude this? The only way I can conclude is by telling you that none of us know what's going to happen tomorrow. Neither you nor me, nor any expert, nor any religious guy, person of God. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the future. Okay. All we know is, okay, I can make something happen now. You can work on now while keeping in mind the tomorrow. Okay. I know I sound very preachy, no, when I'm saying this. Okay, let me say it again in a proper way. Maybe because of that music, and let me say it again. So how do I conclude this video? The simple answer is, I don't know. I don't know how to conclude this video. All I can say is, we don't know the answers. We are going into a territory we have not experienced. It's like, you're studying, you're spending so much money on your education to prepare for a future that neither you nor me nor anyone has seen or is prepared for. We don't know if our education or whatever we have prepared is going to be worth it when we reach that future, So then, what can you do? Well, you can only do what you can do. And that is focus on the now. Tomorrow, we don't know. I don't know, you don't know whether you'll win a lottery. By the way, I do know some people who have won. I know one female who was a massage female here in Thailand. I've spoken about her in my previous videos. She married a multi-millionaire. She was in her 40s, man. And shocking, she was like single at that moment, even though she was dating guys. She got this guy who multi-millionaire, and now she's living her dream. So, but on the other side, you also have disasters, you have problems, you have tragedies, businesses going bust, health going back to worse, people dying. So you, me, nobody can predict the future, knows what will happen. So the only thing we can do is do our best for now. Just do our best. Okay? And take every day as it comes. And what has to happen will happen. But all you can do is, maybe you and I can't control external factors. We'll try to control what we can. So, no point worrying about the future, correct? Anyway, that's all I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you go through these thoughts like I have been thinking? Or is it just me? Alright? Guys, take care. This is me signing off. Ciao.